Ecuador against Curacao. Both these teams looking for their first point of the World Cup. And in the case of Ecuador, a must-win as a heavy favorite to get all 3 points. If Ecuador does not win this match, they are officially eliminated from the World Cup. Welcome to this stream brought to you by Prize Picks. Use my code HMA. Play $5, get $50 instantly with that code. Ecuador against Curacao. Starting lineups for both sides. For Ecuador, it is a 3-5-2. Galindez as the starting keeper. Pancho, Franco, and Hincapié at the back. In the midfield, Alcibar, Estupiñán, Pedro Vite, Moises Caicedo, and Yeboah. And then up top, Valencia and Plata. As for Curacao, it's a 5-4-1, just like last time. 2 changes from the last time, though, for Curacao. Room, your starting keeper. Fonville, Florenes, Obispo. Gary gets the start, as does Burnett in the back. And then no changes up top. Bacunia, Leandro Bacunia, Comenencia, Chong, and the striker, Locadia. Ecuador in the yellow going right to left. Curacao in the blue going left to right. Apologies for getting to the games earlier today. Basically, restless leg syndrome absolutely sucks, and my body did not want to cooperate whatsoever. Just constant, irritation with the leg. But now we're good. Now Curacao trying to go out the left side in the attacking 30, and Curacao going left to right. Ecuador right to left, trying to keep them from going out of place. Bacuna, he cannot. It's a good shielding job by Pacho. And we'll go behind for an Ecuador goal kick. Yeah, Marlon's looking lightly, Jackson. Marlon's looking very good. How's it going, Matthew? How's it going, Checkmate? How's it going, Michael? Frank, be with you, my man. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. And Ecuador will play it out the back here in their own box. Ecuador going right to left. Estupiñán. Want to throw in after the clearance on the left side. Estupiñán to take. Back to Estupiñán. And they'll work it out the back here. Alcibar. They're going to switch the play here. Moises Caicedo. It's a great through ball. Flag stays down for the moment. Chance here. The save by Room. The flag stayed down. It was a great ball by Moises Caicedo. And Room standing on his head there. A one-on-one situation. A great chance for Valencia. How we didn't find the back of the net there, I'm not sure. But then at Valencia, they'll win a corner kick on the right side. Was a great ball, even better save by Room. Corner here on the right side. Easily cleared away. Not a lot of pace on that one. Leandro Bacuna easily clears his lines. Back to Ecuador on the throw on the right side. It just came back to the wild card too. That's crazy. A potassium-magnesium combo. I might have to try that. Because it is bad. When it's bad, it's bad. Today was really bad. I was like, I cannot stop moving my leg. Like, I cannot stream under these conditions. It was not good. Curacao tries to clear their lines, so what a throw in here. Fonville will take the throw. Again, Curacao going left to right. Ecuador right to left. You know, the replay of that run, he was onside. Was held onside there by Obispo. Miscommunication there with how high to play the line. Then cut inside Obispo with ease in Valencia. In a one-on-one spot. Room did very well to get that now. Curacao. The throw, and they'll switch the play to the right side. Curacao in the attacking third. Curacao. It's Chong. Feeds it to Comenencia. He's dispossessed from behind. And Ecuador will look to play on the back. Comenencia, the first ever goal for Curacao at a World Cup. Last time out against Germany. How's it going, Kevin? 10 joules will be the final score. I have Ecuador 4-0. I'm going Ecuador 4-0 on that. Forgot to change this as well. Ecuador on the left side here in their defensive half. Estupiñán and Capier will fake the give back to his keeper. And they'll work out the back on the right side. Again, Ecuador cannot advance to the next round if they lose this match, since they would not have the head-to-head over Ivory Coast on 3 points right now, or Curacao on 3 points. At least seems looking for the first point, though, in World Cup play. Cleared down by Nkapie, trying to feed a run. But solely by Curacao. Bacuna looks to start a counterattack on the left side. He cannot, but it falls right back to Leandro Bacuna. And Leandro Bacuna at midfield. He'll get across the field. It's a great ball to Bacuna. Bacuna looks to play it down the left side. Bacuna down the left side. It's a great ball. Trying to take on Franco. They'll switch it back to Bacuna. Bacuna top of the box with a heavy first touch, and he's dispossessed. Not a bad job on the counterattack there by Curacao. But dispossessed there now, Plata. He'll switch the play nicely to the left side. Good first touch. Across midfield, Estupiñán. Estupiñán heavy through ball. Too much on that one for Valencia. And Obispo gets there with these. He'll play it back to the keeper, Room. Room will boot it down the pitch. Ecuador wins the header, but the striker offside. Curacao will win a free kick as a result. It will live for both games today. Japan, Tunisia. Tunisia firing their manager after that disaster against Sweden. And Sweden getting absolutely destroyed against the Netherlands earlier today. In Group F. Yeah, Curacao has a chance to do something really funny. You're not kidding on that one. You are not kidding, Zet, man. You are not kidding. Well, the free kick trying to play down the left side here. Too much on that one. Fonville tries to chase that one down. Ecuador gets out the back on the right side. They'll switch to play the left. Too much on that one. Head away by Burnett. Burnett tries to feed to his striker. Back to Burnett. They'll play it out the back here. Curacao. Heavy first touch trying to play a run down the right side and dispossessed there. Estupiñán will go back, and that will slow the play down here. Ecuador will. in their own half. Hincapié. Switching the play right side. Across the field, a poor first touch across the field. They will get it back, though. Yeboah gets it back, plays the ball down the right side. Valencia in the box trying to get around Gary. Valencia trying to get around Gary, goes back to the edge of the box to the right side. Both teams a bit wasteful with some of these touches, but Ecuador will get it back. Hincapié. Switching the play left side now is Estupiñán. Estupiñán will go back to midfield for Hincapié. They'll slow things down. Japan game, I have Japan. Tunisia's a mess. Japan's a darn good team. Tunisia is an absolute mess. Moises Caicedo. I'll switch the play now to the right side. Pacho. Back to Pacho in the midfield circle. Moises Caicedo in midfield. Tries to play a through ball down the left side. Easily headed away by Obispo. But a poor first touch by Curacao as they try to play a counterattack. They'll go back in their own half. Now they'll clear it. Curacao down the right side. It's a good first touch. Great first touch by Chong. Chong with numbers here. 3-on-2. They got numbers. Chong. He'll play a ball down the right side, and he fluffed the pass. Locadia was in on the right side. Had the left open. Tried to play down the right. Just not enough on that one. A wasteful counterattack. It was a great first touch by Chong to start it. Deserved a better pass at the end. Now Ecuador down the right side here in the attacking third, trying to get around Fonville. Pedro Vite. Alcibar. Dispossessed. Back to Curacao. Run down the left side for Curacao. Curacao in the attacking third. Looking for numbers in the box. In the 18. Fires a shot wide. Florenes. Their chances on the counterattack, though, for Curacao is that's also we're pounding. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. It's crazy that Zlatan never did it. Never got him there. It's crazy to think about. But Curacao with chances. Ecuador exposed on the counterattack so far. And Curacao not far off from scoring anything, and neither is Ecuador. It's a very wide open match so far. Very positive football. Just needs to be a bit more clinical. Room gets it back. Will try to clear his lines. Looking for Burnett. Not a great clearance. Goes right back to Ecuador. But a poor pass from Ecuador. They'll get it back in midfield, though. Alcibar. Franco left side Hincapié. And midfield Hincapié. Go back to Franco. Playing it down the right side across midfield. Looking for a 1-2. It's a poor flick on. Easily won by Obispo for Curacao. They'll try to feed Bacunia on the left side. It's a 1-2. It's a great 1-2. It finds Locadia. Flag stays down. Locadia. Bacunia fires a shot. It's blocked. Sliding challenge there by Hincapié to block the shot. I thought Locadia was offside initially. Deutschland clinches if Curacao wins or draws. Yep, if they can do the impossible. Yeah, Locadia was miles offside. I think the through ball was meant for Bacunia. I don't know why Locadia tried to go for that. Said Bacunia. Bacunia would have won that one. He had the pace to do it. But Locadia was miles offside, so free kick one for Ecuador. But lively start these first 10 minutes. Both teams knowing they got to go for it. 1 point probably not going to be enough. Considering the results elsewhere in the group. And especially on Ecuador's side, knowing they got the Germans coming up. And knowing a loss would eliminate them officially, joining the likes of Haiti and, surprisingly, Turkey. Alcibar, back in his own half. Hincapié on the left side. Hincapié gets it across the field. It's a 1-2 with Estupiñán. Estupiñán, good ball down the left side. Good first touch by Plata. Centralized in a great cutback. He'll look to switch to play Plata. He'll play a ball down the left side. Gary with the hand on it, or the body on it. They want a handball, not going to get it. Gary blocks that one. Clears his lines back to Ecuador. Ecuador at midfield on the right side. It's Franco. Franco, Alcibar, back to Franco. They retreat in their own half. Pacho, left side, his own half, Hincapié. Hincapié, long ball down the left side, trying to play on Estupiñán. It will go out of play. Good job by Burnett there to shield his man, wins the throw-in. Franco with you, my man, Michael. They all have 6. And I think who gets group of 6 playoff bid? I'm going to go New Mexico. Right now I'm going to Mexico. So if that happens, USA clinches the group. Australia and Paraguay that can't happen because Australia and Paraguay play each other. So that can't happen. So it's a moot point. Can't happen. Ecuador on the right side. They'll play a through ball down the right. It's a good ball. Good first touch. Gets inside the 18. Chance here. The shot saved by Room. It was a good ball. A great first touch. And Yaboa. A run down the right side. Room with some nice saves so far. Curacao out the back. They'll boot it deep to midfield. Locadia wins the header. They'll switch the play. Down the right side, but the flag was up on that initial clearance. So Locadia was offside. Second time today it's been called off. That ends in a draw. Then it comes down to goal difference. If Paraguay-Uruguay ends in a draw, then the higher team would be the better goal difference between the two. Which right now would be Australia. Australia gets second. Wait, no, USA they clinched the group. USA clinched the group. Australia would come in second with a draw because they have a better goal difference than Paraguay. Oh, wait, no, wait, do they? Wait. No, because they won by 2 and then they lost by 2. Wait a sec. I don't know what the next tiebreaker would be. Oh, no, Paraguay's at -2, yeah. So, yeah. You know, Australia would come second. Yeah, Australia would come second. And Capia, yeah, because Paraguay lost by 3 against us, yeah. Switch to play the right side. Moises Caicedo down the right side to Franco. Franco. Look for a 1-2 down the right. It's a good run. Edge of the box on the right side. Chance here for Ecuador. They'll fire a shot, and it goes wide. A great 1-2. Their work with Pedro Vite. Had Room beat, but just wide on the left. Right, you switched the group already, yep. Ecuador, if the game ends in a draw, they're still alive. Ecuador is still alive with a draw. But Ecuador close to a first, not far off. They're exposing that right flank. Playing some great 1-2s. Curacao, no answers on these 1-2s. Off the goal kick, goes right back to Galindez. Galindez will play it out the back, rolls it to Hincapié. Hincapié left side of Estupiñán. Estupiñán back to Hincapié. In this defensive half. I'll switch the play right side to Pacho. Left side Hincapié. And midfield. Moises Caicedo. Midfield right side Franco. They'll get across the field on the right. Looking for a run, not there. They'll go back to the midfield circle. Moises Caicedo. Again, Ecuador going right to left. Curacao left to right. I'll switch the play to Hincapié across midfield. Hincapié. Back to midfield for Pacho. I'll switch the play this time right side. Franco. 1-2 back to midfield circle for Moises Caicedo. Ball down the left. It finds Estupiñán. Nothing there. Keep it in midfield. Now look for a run down the left side. Too much pace on that one. Head away by Obispo. And Curacao looks to go on the counterattack. Trying with a 1-2 at midfield. Looking for Chong. Dispossessed there. Nice Moises Caicedo. And now Ecuador looks to go. It's a good first touch. Plata. Plata in the 18. Plata at the top. A good ball roll. But then after that, the touch failed him. Plata with a ball roll. Trying to get inside on Gary. Touch after the ball roll. It was clever. But after the ball roll, Gary dispossessed him. Curacao dispossessed there. Chancier Room saves it. Comenencia was dispossessed from behind. And Moises Caicedo, one-time shot by Plata, was saved. I think it was a foul. Was it midnight? 9 o'clock local time, that's why. Well, no, exactly, just one sky, yeah. Well, no, U.S. Clincher Group, yes. Right. U.S. Glitch Group. USA playing Turkey is like a wiki team. Yes. Very much. I would not play anyone on the yellow. Anyone that's on the older side of things. Let everyone get their run in and whatnot. They would be WFOC. Yep. Primetime in Guam. Yes, that's why. Right, exactly. Who goes for time on the East Coast? Local time's the best time to do it. It's a great time for Japan. It's a good time for Tunisia as well. So Curacao will play out of the back. It's a favorable time for both, and favorable time locally for the Japan-Tunisia match. So Curacao at the back. The clearance takes a deflection back to Ecuador in the attacking third. Trying to play a ball down the left side for Plata, but nice job by Burnett. Gets in front of that one. He'll look to clear. Can't do it. It's headed away by Pedro Vite. Back to Curacao, their defensive third. Now they chest it down. They're going to go here is Leandro Bacuna. He'll go back to his center back, Obispo. Florenis. Cross midfield on the left side, Bacuna. Bacuna tries to hold off Nkapie. He does, and he'll switch the play back into his own half. The 1-2, they go down the right side. It's a great switch on. Pace here for Curacao. Chance here. Comenencia. He'll let it rip. It's wide. The put back, though. Falls for Chung. Weak foot shot. Blocked the third chance. Blocked again. Back-to-back great blocks there by Pacho. Fox are early over the match. Yeah, I vehemently disagree with that. Yeah, Tunisians waking up at 6 a.m. to watch their team lose again. Rip. With the new manager too, yeah. They've been outscored like 14-1 in the last 3 matches. Yeah, Tunisia, Japan, yep. That's a midnight kickoff, yep. Midnight Eastern. Summer, Marlins on that one. Yeah, look at that here, yep. Baseball and US Open in this match, and this stream too much, yeah. It's a lot of sports right now. I mean, US Open right now, it's one guy running away with the field, so. I don't think we're going to have a great Sunday at Shinnecock. Unless the greens become concrete. Like they did 20 plus years ago. If you know, you know on that one. Ecuador out the back here. Pacho gets it to the midfield circle. Again, Ecuador going right to left. Curacao left to right. Alcibar, right side. Franco. Back to Pacho. They'll go left side of midfield Nkapie. To midfield for Moises Caicedo. Still having in their own half. Pacho, Moises Caicedo. We had the first hydration break. Curacao was tied against Germany. Right now tied here. Franco gives it off right side. Yeboah. Back to midfield. Look to switch the play on the left. Moises Caicedo. Now they'll switch it on the left. Trying to work a 1-2. It's a great ball by Estupiñán. A great ball to Nkapie. Nkapie with a try ball into the box. The shot saved. A great through ball. And Valencia has to do better with the shot. It was a great ball, a great trailing ball. Led him perfectly, but Valencia, it's right at room. Didn't have to move on that one. He was in behind, timed the run perfectly. Any direction on that one. Any direction. And it's 1-0 Ecuador. Estupiñán back in his own half. They're really doing a good job working it down the flanks here, Ecuador is. They win the touch there again on the left side of Estupiñán. Plata, left side, back to Estupiñán in midfield. They'll try a 1-2, back to Estupiñán. Space here to get a ball in on the left side. He does, on the left side, but a great challenge there on Plata. A great challenge by Obispo. On a very good ball. NASCAR Cornell Naval Base? Yeah, that's cool. I've noted what the track looks like, but that's really cool that they're doing that. Yeah, probably MLB, they have to do a certain number of games on Fox. Rainbow Metsville's nice. I love a good rainbow. Don't get too many of those out here in Arizona. The US have a bigger margin than the Netherlands and Sweden, which is saying a lot. Phillies leading the Mets 4-0. Yep. Yeah, Clark's destroyed everyone right now. Gary gives over the back. Burnett dispossessed from behind. 1-2 down the left side looking for Valencia. Valencia on the left side trying to get around Gary. Valencia. Play it back edge of the box on the left side. Plata. Or excuse me, Pedro Vite. Now they'll go backwards here. Nkapie on the left side. Pedro Vite. Midfield. They'll switch the play this time down the right side. Moises Caicedo switches it nicely. Chance here for a ball down the right side. Some pace on this run. Down the right side, trying to get around Fonville here. Cuts back inside. A second cut, gets around Fonville beautifully. The cross into the far post, headed away by Brunette. And Alcibar can't get on the volley. Goes back to Fonville. Hook to clear. And he'll be able to win a goal kick. So it takes a deflection on Plata. Yeah, a lot of yellow at Arrowhead. Just like a lot of yellow at the Eagles Stadium. Philadelphia Stadium, technically speaking. How's it going right around? Getting back from a trip to Atlanta. Hopefully it went well. Yeah, there you go, Billy. Yep. I think a contract, Matthew. I think that's why. After a certain number of games on Fox each year. Off the goal kick. The 22nd minute here. Stoppage here. Could take us to the hydration break. A foul from behind, though, on Chung. So Ecuador will win a free kick in the attacking half. They'll play it short. And the ref makes them retake it. Went too quickly. They'll try again. They'll go short this time on the right side. Franco. Right side, Alcibar. Alcibar. Ball into the box. Cleared away easily. Alejandro Bacuna. Not a lot of height on that cross. Falls right back to Ecuador, though, after the clearance. They're on the left side. They'll try a backheel flick to play it down the left. Shielded, though, by Comanencia. He beats Hincapié to the ball, and Comanencia and Hincapié jostling for the ball. Comanencia, can he clear his lines? They'll be able to. Even with the pressure applied by Ecuador. Curacao trying to go down the right side now. A great turn by Bacuna, and a foul won. Free kick by Curacao in the attacking half. A great turn there by Bacuna. Not a lot of space. Draws a foul on Pacho, and that should take us to the hydration break. And it will. So just like last time, through the first hydration break, Curacao level. I should note this stream brought to you by Prize Picks. Use my code HMA. Play $5. Get 50 instantly with that code. We're at the first hydration break here. We're live for both games today. We got Japan, Tunisia coming up later tonight. We'll do OT after the second game. Not for this one. I'll get dinner after this one. Did I watch indoor soccer? I did not. No, I did not watch indoor soccer. But I mean, I've seen highlights of it. But I do, like, I love that you can like, go off the walls. I love that. Yeah, Germany finally get back to that round. About time. Crazy it took that long. Crazy it took that long for them to do it. Germany finally in the knockout round. About time. Indoor soccer looks fun. Indoor soccer looks very fun. The deflections you can have it take. It's fun. Your college indoor soccer? Nice. And we're the first hydration break here. Free kick for Curacao midfield when we get back. How's it going, Sertan? Right, it's fun to break a window. Well, not that. Not that kind of indoor soccer. Although I did play that kind of indoor soccer. I did play that kind. Probably not the smartest idea, but we did play that kind as well. In the living room. Mets are collapsing. I mean, when have they not collapsed? To be fair. Oh, give me a second, guys. So back on our way here after the hydration break. Curacao play out the back here. And Curacao going left to right. Ecuador right to left. Yeah, they got like a surfer dude, it looks like. It really looks like a surfer dude. Now Ecuador plays a ball up top. Plata, he'll fire a shot, saved by Room. Dispossessed there. Cover a romance novel? Yes, it could be. It very well could be. Yeah, there's no injury excuse. They're just not good. They are just not good. And we're a score goal challenge difficulty impossible. At least it's not Turkey. Turkey's score goal, that was impossible. Just keep whipping long shots in from 30 yards out. One of them will go in eventually. All right, Curacao, free kick here. They'll get into the attacking third off the free kick. Right side, Burnett. Burnett dispossessed. Gets it back, though. Feeds it top of the box. Chance here, blocked. Blocked by Franco. Trying to keep it from going out for a corner. I think it was the last touched by Curacao on the deflection, not by Franco. So it'll be a goal kick here for Ecuador. I'll give you 40, Michael. How's it going, your girlfriend? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, Mets season ended a long time ago. Yeah, Mets can't spell like big market teams. OH, literally. Galindez out the back. Estupiñán tries to clear. It's a poor clearance. One back by Leandro Acuna. On the turn, 1-2 Leandro Acuna. Cuts inside. Leandro Acuna. Cross in. But Alcibar sticks a foot out. Blocks the cross. A nervy moment there for Ecuador's Curacao. A really good chance. A better ball. And it might be 1-0 in favor of Curacao. Said Ecuador get it at midfield here. Alcibar down the right side. Pedro Vite. Main attacking third, looking for a run on Fonville. Looking for a run on Fonville, edge of the box. No space, back to Pedro Vite. I'll switch it to Alcibar. Alcibar right side. The attacking third, with a ball into the box. No one there. Cleared away by Burnett. Ecuador get it back in midfield. Curacao with a loss there or not? No. It would take a lot. They're not eliminated technically. Yeah, they're not eliminated. Be very hard, though. Ecuador is with a loss. The right side of the box trying to get a run in on Fonville. Cuts back inside. Dispossessed by Acuna. Then Acuna gets a poor touch. Trying to play ball down the right side. That's a poor ball back to Curacao. Look to work it out the back here. Switching the play. The autofills, man. I don't think they have base, Doug. I don't think they have. Here comes Schwarber, jeez. A good thing they aired this game and not the, good thing they aired the Mets Phil's game for a national audience. Curacao, long ball. Trying to play it left side for Locadia. He can't get there in time. Franco gets there. Down the right side. Takes a deflection. Back to Ecuador at midfield. Dispossessed in the midfield. Chong. Good ball down left. It's a great spin by Bacuna. To try and centralize it as he was running out of room. Dispossessed. Back though to Curacao. Fonville down the left side. Fonville down the left side. Cross back into the top. Bacuna on the turn. The shot blocked by Pacho. Curacao getting some chances here. Ecuador will play it out the back here. But Bacuna's down after that spin. Curacao lose 10-0, have 2 losses and 16 goal differential. Still will not be eliminated. No, they will not be. Gatorade Parody, I'm not really a fan of either one. I'm really just a water and apple juice kind of guy. How's it going, Vito? Appreciate you being there. I'm not really an energy drink or a hydration drink kind of, whatever you call those energy drinks. Well, not energy drinks. V-Dub sending Flow State for 200. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So 10 to Bacuna. He might just have a cramp. He went down after that shot was blocked on the turn. Still tending to him on the ground here. Still tending to him here. They'll have this time on at the end. Flow State, I have no idea. It's one of the jewels, like one of the things you could send. The Ecuador's been disappointing in this World Cup. Yeah, their finishing's been poor. And this is a game they cannot lose. If they somehow lose to Curacao, they'd be eliminated because they'd have none. Curacao would have 3. Ivory Coast would have 3. They already lost both matches to them. The first tiebreaker set to head. Curacao will not be eliminated. Because they play Ivory Coast next, and hypothetically they beat Ivory Coast, the first tiebreaker set to head, they would take 3rd place in the group. If Ecuador gets a point on Germany. Or 3 points on Germany. He'll walk off the pitch. We'll get back underway here. So they'll play 11 on 10 for the moment. Remember the new rule of the match has to be stopped due to an injury. You have to come off for a minute. Alcibar, left side, Estupiñán. Back to Alcibar. On the left side, they'll go back to central. Ecuador going right to left, Curacao left to right. Moises Caicedo. Franco. Back to Franco on the right. Pacho. Moises Caicedo. Left side, Hincapié. Ball on the left, Estupiñán. Looking for a run in, Estupiñán. We'll go back to center. Moises Caicedo. Goes right side here. Pacho. Advance the line, Moises Caicedo left side. Ball down the left, Hincapié. Edge of the box. He'll fake the run down the left, go back center. Moises Caicedo. Switch once again back to center for Pacho. Pacho about 30 yards away. He'll get into the box with a 1-2. Try to flick that one on Plata. Did quite poor on that first touch. And Curacao will clear. It was back to Ecuador in their own half. What's wrong with Ecuador? They're just not clinical in the finishes. Their first touches, some of them are very inconsistent. Schwarber did it again. Are you serious? He's going to get to 500. He is truly going to get into the Hall of Fame. Just on the basis of hitting home runs and only hitting home runs. 11-0 Phils. Stop. He's already dead. Yeah, Ecuador's like the Houston Texans. Yeah. To some extent. I'll go back to center. In the midfield now. Pacho. Moises Caicedo. Right side it goes. Back to Moises Caicedo. Midfield. Left side here. Hincapié. Edge of the box. Looking to get a run on Burnett. Cleared away by Burnett for a throw-in. Yeah, 11-0. Yeah, Eagles over the Jets. There's probably a fan of the Mets who's from Haiti who was like, let's do a weekend in Philadelphia this week. It coincides perfectly, and they are straight up not having a good time right now. On the right side here, Moises Caicedo. It's a poor ball. Looking at it down the left side. Served by Chung. Chung on the counterattack. Chung. Challenge from behind. Free kick and a yellow card. Easy yellow for stopping the attack. It's a poor ball to get into the attacking third by Alcivar. Should note that no player in the starting 11 for Ecuador got a yellow card in the last match, so don't have to worry about getting suspended for match day 3 unless you get a red. Turkey cannot move on. No, Turkey is out. Yeah, Sweden, I mean, Tunisia sucks. But also the Netherlands are great. They didn't lose to Japan, lost to the Netherlands, but the Netherlands are just great. Magnesium glycinite can help with a lot of restless legs. Yeah, I might have to start doing that because it got really bad today. It was like my leg just did not want to cooperate. Free kick can easily head away by Ecuador. Curacao tries to keep it. They don't. It's a poor touch. Ecuador on the counterattack on the left side. Ecuador on the left side. Heavy challenge there. That should be a yellow. Leandro Bacuna will get a yellow for stopping the counterattack on the left side. Yeah, there you go, Sertani. Having a great weekend there, yeah. No, it's actually a huge possibility. You know, it's not a crazy combination. Yeah, I understand, Miss Ogio. How's it going, RFK Push Distributor? Guess I gotta figure something out, because it was... Like, I was laying down, I just want to keep kicking. Like, I couldn't, like, sit up properly. I just had to, like, lay down and keep kicking. I was watching the World Cup matches on my couch. The 2 matches on my couch. Like, I couldn't stream it. It just sucked. Plata. Switching the play right side. Moises Caicedo. Now on the right side. Trying to get a run in on Fonville. Edge of the box right side. Now the first 10 minutes of this match where we figured we'd have a lot of goals. So far, nothing. Of course, a bit more compact, but a 1-2 down the left side for Estupiñán. Estupiñán tries to get a ball into the box. It's blocked by Burnett and then saved by Room. Yeah, Tunisia had to have problems internally. I mean, they were not good in the friendlies. Editing messages, they really should have that, yes. Harry Kane, best player in the world for England. He's great. He's definitely top 5. Yeah, Turkey, they lost tiebreakers. Yep, they lost both tiebreakers. Free kick won by Ecuador. As Locadia commits the foul. Trying to win that long ball from Room. Why is it Ecuador scoring? They're just not being clinical. They've had some chances in the 18, but they've been off target or right at the keeper. Some poor first touches in the attacking third. World Series prediction, Dodgers over Yankees. Dodgers, Yankees. Pedro Vite on the left side. Plays a long ball down the left. Estupiñán can't get there in time. As Room easily corrals it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try something just once because it's getting unbearable to some extent. Not like painful, but just like irritating. It's not like I'm like in agony like I was with the gallbladder and everything. It's just, it's bad. It's only when I'm tired. It's not like at random times. So I think that was my body saying like, okay, like you haven't got enough sleep. The Mets will not make it. Ecuador switches play on the left side. Estupiñán. It's a good 1-2 to Pedro Vite. Down the left side. Takes the deflection. Finds Valencia. Valencia goes down the box. So call. Shot in for Ecuador. That one saved. The putback cleared away. And Leandro Bacuna was a great play down the left side. And Yeboah with a phenomenal chance at the top of the box. Room has made some phenomenal saves today. Ecuador throw on the right side. How is it only 0-0 yet? It's crazy, Colt. The Ecuador should be up this match, but Room's playing very well. Amputation, yes. That's also another cure, RFK. It does solve the problem. Pedro Vite down the left side. Estupiñán. 1-2 with Pedro Vite. Pedro Vite down the left side. Looking for something to cut back into and does. I'll switch the play on the right. Valencia. Pacho. Back on the right side, Franco. Now into the box on the right side, trying to run on Fonville. They'll go inside Yeboah. Yeboah, 1-2, but a poor touch on the 1-2 there by Plata. Andrew Acuna gets there, and he loses it back to Ecuador in the attacking third. Ecuador run on the right side, but it's too much on it for Valencia. And Room will get there. Crazy one that's realistic. It's realistic. Phillies Mariners. Phillies Mariners. Moises Caicedo across midfield. Space here in the attacking third in centralized position. It's a good run to get around Comenencia as he falls down, but then the second touch afterwards by Yeboah was quite poor. And Curacao will go on the counterattack. Curacao on the counterattack. Ball down the left side. A lot of pace there for Locadia. Locadia. Trying to get around Alcibar. Win a throw-in. $16 for 2 months worth? Oh, that's a really good deal. I'll have to try something. Loser this one eliminated? If Ecuador loses, yes. If Curacao loses, no. But it would take a miracle. They need a lot to happen. You have 3 more shots on target than the Netherlands. That's crazy to think about. And yet, the score does not reflect that. Curacao. Up top here, Bacunia. Bacunia down the right side. Mets scored a run. About time. Chris Paul run. Burnett back up top. Bacunia. Bacunia dispossessed. And Ecuador will clear it. Now play it out the back. Long ball down the left side. Way too much on the one. Trying to play Estupiñán down the left side. Room has no trouble getting there. If Malley won a World Series manager of the Phils, that would be crazy. Well, he said realistic. Curacao at the back, the play to Room. Give it to Gary on the right side again. Curacao going left to right. Ecuador right to left. Gary boots it to midfield. Header won by Ecuador at midfield. Go right back to Curacao, though. Florenas. 2 red flags at the race in Colorado. Man. Or Coronado. A sewer cover? Jeez. A 22-car pile-up. Oh, my God. Yeah, I haven't seen the race, but that sounds like a disaster. Sounds like I don't think that one through. Sounds like I didn't think that one through. Okay, we're on stoppage time in just a little bit. Unofficially eliminated? I mean, really, it's just the team... Wait, for baseball? Or for the World Cup? Ecuador. Switch to play left side. Estupiñán. We got a word on added time here. Ecuador will go back of the back. 4 minutes of added time. Not much. We're in a lot of stoppages outside the injury to Bacunia. How's it going from Coors Field? How's it going? One of the best ballparks I have not been to yet. You're coming around so Mac Yellow. Yep. Or red. And I agree with that, actually. I do agree with that. Because you could be saying some stuff during that. Estupiñán. Ball down the left. Too much pace on that one. Estupiñán. Cannot get there in time. If Paraguay be in Australia? You know, that would shock me. Nothing would shock me. Australia is not great up top. We know Paraguay can hold on for dear life. A draw would get both of them in, so I could definitely see it be like a 0-0, hold it on for dear life kind of game. Because Australia has no attacking prowess, and Paraguay... I mean, Gomez flat out his mind yesterday with those headers. And 4 minutes of added time here. Ecuador, a good flick on at midfield. We'll try to play it down the right side. Challenge from behind. Clean. Won by Comenencia. Comenencia, the midfield circle. Comenencia plays it right side of Burnett. Yeah, that'd be a good one, Jackson. On the right side, Chong. Chong on the right. He'll cut back to a centralized position, trying to switch the play here. Up top, Comenencia lets it rip from 30 yards out. But it took about 3 bounces. Galindez, no trouble with that one. You know, I like that too, Zach. I like that VR can do corner kick, goal kick now. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. I've heard no complaints about the emulated VAR this World Cup. Compared to how the Premier League does it, it's very different. But this is the way it should be. Yeah, Thursday's going to be lit, yeah. Although that match means nothing. It's funny, that match means absolutely nothing. So USA, just treat that like a friendly. Don't play anyone, just don't do anything stupid. Just treat it like a friendly. It's like the least stress I've ever been about a World Cup game, because it's like a friendly. It means absolutely nothing. Left side here is Stupian. Plata. They work a 1-2-3 down the left side. Again for Stupian, trying to get a ball around Leandro Bacuna. Feeds the edge of the box, and Capie. Pass block, gets it back though, and Capie tries to whip a cross in, and it will go... Does not go behind for a corner. It was a great job by Room to punch that one and then save it. 2 hours finished with sunset. Oh my god. Yeah, we thought for sure that we thought going in that USA Turkey would be for Group D. Now it means nothing. The fans who bought the tickets for the Santa Clara match at $700, they're now up to $3,000 for the USA. So Canada +6. I would not have thought that. No, I didn't think Qatar was that bad. I did not think Qatar was that bad, but this World Cup's been surprising. Locadia had his arm tugged. Free kick won by Curacao in the attacking third. Leandro Bacuna to take. About 40 yards out. Chance to whip one in from this spot. Could be the last kick of the half. Bacuna whips it into the far post. Redirected back to center. Was a good flick to get back to center on a poor free kick. Then Ecuador try to go quickly on the counterattack. Comenencia with the challenge from behind. That should take us to the half. How's it going, Cujo from Broncos country? How's it going? Soccer team was on a game where we were beating teams so badly played one-shot soccer, put me in a goalie. Oh, wow. Fact, Zach. I would say fact. Yeah, that's a true fact. Yes, that is crazy. Yes, that is crazy to think about. Fan that hopped 2 fences? What? This seems like the greatest race ever. Yeah, Schwarber, 2 home runs of 450. That's insane. Ecuador score? I think they do. Room's playing so well. The USA currently title holder. Let's go. All right, so they're doing full court press, so they got mad. Okay, then stop it. Don't like it, then stop it. All right, so on that note, we're at halftime here. Nothing. Curacao, all level. Looking for their first ever point in World Cup play. See you guys in 14 minutes for the second half here. All level, 0-0. Appreciate the dollar on that one too, Ronald. Appreciate the dollar on that. Appreciate the dollar on that one. I'll get you on there when we come back from halftime. Appreciate the dollar on that one. One change here for Ecuador as they try to get 3 points out of this match. First, we got $1 from Ronald during the break, so I appreciate you a ton on that one. Curacao this half in the blues going right to left. Ecuador in the yellow going left to right. But one change here for Ecuador, as it will be the man on a yellow, Alcibar, coming off, and in his place, Kevin Rodriguez. So that's the change here. So we start the second half. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Use my code HMA. Play $5, get 50 instantly. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate you being here. And this time, Ecuador in the yellow going left to right. It's the first time ever that Curacao has been level at the halftime break in a World Cup match. Yeah, I'm the clown that runs this place. Yes, I was the guy on the voiceover. So Ecuador going left to right. They'll throw it here at midfield. Estupiñán to Valencia. Valencia looks to switch the play and does. Play a 1-2 back to Franco. Franco back into his own half. It's funny how this pitch you can tell where the sprinkler heads are because it looks so much worse than the other spots on the pitch. And Capia down the left side. The attacking third. Edge of the box on the left, trying to get around Chong. We'll switch the play now. Moises Caicedo. Now we'll go back to the left side. Too much on that pass down the left side. Looking on the play for Kevin Rodriguez in one of his first touches of the match. Thoughts on Falcons Seahawks? I thought that it was a complete botch at the end. I don't know why they tried the kick that they did at the end. Don't know what the Seahawks were doing at the very end of that match. Wait, the wiffle ball thing? Yes, I remember that. Yep. Kevin Costner is one of the Celebrity Funders. Oh my God. If you build, they will come. Yeah, I can't get that out of my head right now. Yeah, hopefully it's Cutter. Hopefully it's either, Bosnia or Cutter would be a great draw for us. Be a great draw. I would not, you can't complain with either side. If you don't beat either one, you don't deserve to make it through. But Ecuador plays at the back here. And Capia, left side. Again, Ecuador going left to right. Curacao right to left. We're live for this game. Then after this, Japan, Tunisia, 2 hours from now. Moises Caicedo at the midfield circle. Gives it off left side. Pedro Vite. Down the left side. Trying to get a run in on Burdett. Pedro Vite, not a great pass. Slide challenge by Comenencia to dispossess. Now Curacao on the right side. They look to go. Back into their own half. Still retreating as of great pressure applied by Kevin Rodriguez on Comenencia. He retreated about 40 yards. He will want to throw it on the right side. Had to retreat, a good ways to do it. Right, Curacao cannot be eliminated. It would take a lot, though. As for Ecuador, if they lose this match, they're out. Both teams still in with a point, but obviously a lot of work to do. Throw in his poor goes back to Ecuador at midfield on the left side. Ecuador going left to right. Switch the play to the right here, Franco. Speaking of Verde vibes, not necessarily. I think Curaçao's going to try and go for it. And not go for 2. Falcons not go for 2, 26-7. Well, I get it. I get that one. I have no problem with that. I would have gone for 2, but I get it. Because you go for 1, they need 3 touchdowns. Throwing here on the right side, Curacao. So it's early on, relatively speaking. Played out back, Comenencia. Chong. Boots it to the midfield circle for Bacuna. It's a good flick on by Bacuna. They'll look to play down the left side here on the counterattack. All good, Real. Appreciate you being here for this one. Appreciate you being here. All good. And Fonville dispossessed on the left goes back to Ecuador in their own half on a throw-in. Pedro Vite switches to play left side. They'll get into the attacking third. Get around Chong. That's a good run. Get around Chong. On the left side, looking for an attack here. Kevin Rodriguez tries to get a cross in. Takes a deflection. Still with Ecuador. It's Rodriguez. Kevin Rodriguez. Back to the edge of the box. Left side. Looking for a ball in. Goes up top. Moises Caicedo. He'll let it fly. Caicedo. Diving save by Room. Not a lot of pace on that one. Worst game of the World Cup? Easily Mexico, South Korea. Easily. Easily Mexico, South Korea. How I feel like those hosts? Very well so far. It's been a great tournament so far, Vaughn. It's been a phenomenal tournament. I'm enjoying this a lot. I think we've done a great job as a host. I think Canada has and Mexico has as well. Seems like a resounding success from everything I can tell. And the shot there by Plata, skied from 40 yards out. The worst game easily Mexico, South Korea. Easily. Of course Eli. Yeah, that was the best game of the year. Like number 13 for the Phils. Jeez, yeah, they're just pouring it on the Mets. How big of a shock would nothing on the draw be here? It'd be very surprising. I think Spain Cup would already be more surprising, but this would be very surprising. Especially knowing the stakes. But Ecuador is not as good as Spain is, obviously. Ecuador on the left side. They'll play a ball down the left. Trying to get around Gary here. On the left side here is Plata. He'll turn around at the edge of the box on the left side. Tries to feed it. Centralized. Intercepted by Leandro Acuna. Chung now try to play a 1-2 down on the right side for Chung. Goes for Locadia. He can't shield it down. Back to Ecuador. I start per cycle already? Jeez. That's really bad. The right side here, Yeboah. Yeboah whips a ball in. It's flicked on, then headed back by Gary. Went off Gary's face. Yeboah whipped it into Kevin Rodriguez. He got a touch on it, then went off Gary's face. And back to room. Yeah, the other Curacao jerseys are really good. Yeah, I'm surprised Stu Red Rhino. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm liking the Stu as well. I think a lot of people are. It's going to make billions of dollars for FIFA, like compared to other World Cups. So I think they're going to come back here in a couple of years. Probably in 12 years from now, they'll come back and do it again. Ecuador throwing. They went 64 teams this time. Down the left side. Player run down the left here. Trying to move a ball in. Tackled by Gary. Gary's wondering how it's a foul, but he took him down from behind. So good run down the left side. Ecuador a chance to whip a ball in on this free kick from the left side. So good run by Kevin Rodriguez. He's been active since coming off the bench with the fresh legs. And it looks like Moises Caicedo will take this one. Chance to whip one in from the left side. And Ecuador going left to right. Best game of the 2010 playoffs? Jets Patriots? Oh, Jets Pats on that one. Oh no, we had Beastquake that postseason. No, Beastquake. It's Beastquake. Seahawks Saints, Beastquake. Beastquake game, Beastquake. Free kick here, head away. Inside the 6, tries to fall Pedro Vite. Pedro Vite can't get there, and Curacao will clear their lines. They look to go on the counterattack, but it's a heavy ball on the clearance. Back to Ecuador on the right side. Heavy first touch, though, by Plata. He goes down. And a free kick won by Ecuador. Yellow card for the Suds Up challenge. It could be off Gary's face. Yep. Ecuador, they do, yes. I think it should be Catalan Tucker. I agree it should be Catalan Tucker. So Acuna gets a yellow. That'll be a good one, Eli. Yeah, that'll be a good matchup. 6 worst teams. Curacao, Uzbekistan, New Zealand. Haiti was one of the worst going in. Haiti was one of the worst. But otherwise, your list is pretty accurate. It hasn't been a while, Joe. Hasn't been a while. All right, free kick here on the right side for Ecuador, about 40 yards away. Moises Caicedo to take. It will be fiery, Eli. Caicedo whips it into the box. It's flicked on, tries to play on the right side. Chance on the half volley, and it goes over the bar. Plata can't put the finish on target. Was a good flick on off the free kick. Freed Plata up on the right side. And nerves starting to set in for Ecuador. And you figure this is the team goal difference-wise you need to beat up on. Curacao, the minnows of this group. You know that Germany's up next. A heartbreaking loss in the 89th minute against Ivory Coast. You got the Germans up next. This is the game you got to take advantage of goal difference-wise, especially with the top third-place teams advancing. They're not doing it just yet. Yeboah, though. He'll whip a ball into the far post. Too much pace on that one. Can he keep him going on play? He can. Good run by Estupiñán to keep him going on play. Valencia now, edge of the box, left side. I don't expect anything from Haiti, no. Moises Caicedo. Yeah, Bosnia was another one who was supposed to be one of the worst. Right side here, Plata. Plata, run down the right to get around Fonville. Dispossessed by Fonville. Corner kick. Legendary YGBT. Oh boy, I can't wait for that. Corner on the right side. Ecuador to take. Plata. And now they change the call. It's going to be a goal kick. Now they change it. Let's see, was that the right call? Yes, it was. Overturn. It's last off by Plata, not Fonville. A good job there by Fonville, closing him down. John Temple, I'm going to say fact. Not yet, Caleb. I have not got a chance yet. Hopefully I can do it when I edit some videos now. Because I do want to get video. Obviously, I'm going to start making some videos again. Yellow card here for Comanencia. For Curacao on the long ball by Room, trying to win that one. It's 3 yellows now for Curacao today. Ecuador free kick here at midfield. Heavy challenge there on Vite. Different qualification path, Vaughn. Like Curacao, Haiti, they qualified through a different confederation versus India and Italy. There's no way Curacao makes if they qualify through the European route. And Italy absolutely makes if they qualify through the CONCACAF route. It's very different situations. Ecuador plays out the back. Ecuador going left to right. Moises Caicedo gives off left side to Estupiñán. Trying to 1-2 on Estupiñán. Dispossessed from behind. Chong looks to go for Curacao. Chong across midfield. Good ball to switch the play on the left side. Chance here for Curacao. They have numbers on the attack. They have numbers here on the attack. Leandro Macunia. He'll let it fly, and that one's well wide. Well off the mark. Trailed right. But a good chance on the counterattack. Started with Chong. Your legs are feeling better, yes. They are. It's only when I'm tired. India's never made it. China has. How many countries do they send? I think now it's like 7. I think with a new format, it's 7. It used to be 5. I think they're up to 7 now. Maybe 8. Rankings, I think, yes, the rankings zoom in a lot for FIFA. Yep. They're a pretty good indicator. They're a very good indicator. Yeah, so the restless leg is only like when you're tired. And they don't like hurt. It's just very irritating where you just have to kick and like tire them out. Like you can't really sit down. You're just fidgeting all the time. And it's just, it's awful. The legs are better. Ecuador on the left side, top of the box. You have Plata plays a 1-2. Not a great 1-2, though. Too much pace on that pass for Valencia. Chong dispossessed, so Ecuador gets it back. Ball into the box. Not a lot of pace on that one. Easily head away by Obispo. Curacao tries to play on the back. Dispossessed. It was a poor back header. The cross behind for a corner. Plata did well to win that one. And a corner kick here on the left side for Ecuador. We should have a video out either tomorrow or Monday. Corner here on the left. Can they whip this one in? 1-1, but at least you got the goal score. Yep, you got that at least. Yeah, I'm 2-0 today. Ecuador, ball into the box. To the far post, the second header. Room with a diving save. The bicycle kick shot that one wide. Room with the diving save off the corner kick. And then Gary clears it a second time. Curacao on the counterattack. Bacunia. Bacunia switches to play right side. Chance here, Locadia. Locadia. They made it, but they didn't go. Yeah, India didn't go in 1950. They withdrew. Oh, yeah, that's disappointing, Vaughn. Yep, big disappointment. Well, that was always. They had to make a round of 16 minimum to not be a disappointment. So round of 32 was always disappointment. Especially with this path. Yeah, it would absolutely be a disappointment. Flick back to the top of the box. Chance here, the shot! Diving save there by Garinez! Leandro Macunia on the left side. Now a chance for Macunia was back top of the box. Chance here one time. The shot saved again. A dive, the put back, blocked, and then cleared by Kevin Rodriguez. Oh my goodness. Curacao with a chance for the lead. And Galindez with 2 diving saves. This game has really opened up. Leandro Bacuna at the top of the box. I think Fiction Rob. He's not going to get demoted. They like him a lot there. He's not going to get demoted. Burnett to take the throw-in. Also, you have 2 play guys at that point. That would not work with 2 play guys. Best chance for Curacao. They almost got it. And Ecuador almost got it as well. Curacao beats Ecuador. Officially biggest upset in World Cup history? No. No, Senegal over France was bigger in 2002. Saudi Arabia over Argentina was bigger in 2022. But this would be up there. This would definitely be up there. Poor throw by Curacao. It'll be up there. But not be the biggest. A booted deep. Kevin Rodriguez on the left side. Dispossessed from behind by Florenus. Curacao in midfield. It's Chong. Chong gives it off on the right side. Plays it to Locadia. Locadia tries to play a 1-2. Heavy touch by Comenencia. Won by Ecuador. They'll go down the left side here. They'll go down the left. In the attacking third. Trying to get a run in. Shot from the top of the box. Saved by Room with ease. Valencia. Not a lot of pace on that shot. One time North Korea made it. North Korea, they were bad. They were in the hundreds in the FIFA rankings. They got demolished in the World Cup. But you mean 1966? Yeah, that was a bit of an upset. And not a lot of surprises so far this World Cup. No, not a ton of surprises. I'd say Congo against Portugal was a surprise. Moises Caicedo in the attacking third gives it off left side. 61st minute, still deadlocked. Not for lack of trying, though. Left side here, Pedro Vite. Tries to play a 1-2 down the left. Chong intercepts it. Chong looks to go. He started the last counterattack. He'll try one here. Chong, they're caught out on the left side. It's a good ball by Chong. Chong gives it up. Bacuna. Bacuna on the attacking third. Bacuna looks to cut inside. Dispossessed by Pedro Vite. And now Ecuador looks to go with a heavy touch. They'll get across midfield, though. It's a 1-2. Down the left side here once again. Kevin Rodriguez. Kevin getting around Gary. Kevin, the shot! Wide. Goal kick for Curacao. How this game is still level, I have no idea. This has been a thrilling draw. Right, North Korea, yes, I'll be aware of the subs, yes. How devastating was it? Very devastating, Vaughn. It was like the darkest day in U.S. soccer history. Kimbrel? Is he on the Rangers now or something? Or is that the Rangers? I don't know how he's still pitching. I think it's the Rangers. How much do you think they change the lineup? A lot. I would say at least 8 of the guys, they'll switch. Anyone on a yellow will be out. You're going to switch at least 8 of the 11. You're going to try to get everyone on the pitch so everyone can say they play in a World Cup. This is the time to go in your participation trophy mindset and be like, we want everyone that's on the roster to get an appearance in the World Cup. That's what most teams do in this spot. Cross in by Franco. It's blocked by Florenus and out for a corner on the right side. He's a Ray. Yeah, of course he's a Ray. Yeah, Polisek anyone on a yellow. I'd say Reem as well, because Reem's on the older side of things. I just don't want to tire him out. But you don't have to. Corner here. They almost got one in last time on the corner. Plata to take from the right flag. Plata to take. The corner here. Whipped it to the 6th. The header. Can't get it. Kevin Rodriguez flicked it onto the back post for Moises Caicedo. And Moises Caicedo was in a good spot. Just couldn't get a head on it. And will go behind for a goal kick. North Korea made it before a lot of teams. Made it twice. There's some games where it's not hard to see why it finished level. Or why it's level. There's some games, though, where you feel like there should be a lot more in this one. And seeing how it's still level. At 0-0. This is one of those. And a very lively game. Pacho heads it back to his keeper. They'll play on the back. Ecuador going left to right. Curacao right to left. Down the right, so goes Ecuador across midfield. Kevin Rodriguez, ball down the right. Yeboah. Yeboah gets there, beats Fonville to the ball. Looks gonna cross in. Yeboah, 1-2 back to Yeboah, edge of the box on the right side. He turns around. He'll have a ball into the far post. Chance here, gets a head on it. Another diving save by Rome. Valencia got a head on it. Another diving save. No one can believe this right now. Ecuador cannot get it past the room where it happens. And a corner for Ecuador on the left side. What a display. Room with the entire weight of the nation on his back. Then another save. But Kevin Rodriguez had the second header saved again. Kevin Rodriguez with the head on it. And Room with another save. Watch McCarthy at home or live? Wow, that's a rarity. Zlatan never misses. No, so we're going to do it. How is Room doing this? Ecuador will feel hard done not to have a goal. This is the display of the tournament. Room, the 37-year-old goalkeeper. Who plays in the USL, not even a top-tier league. Ecuador on the left side. Up top it goes. Moises Caicedo tries to whip the ball to the left side. Cleared away, gets it back though, left side. Hincapié. Whips the ball into the box. One bicycle kick, or should say half volley kick. Rodriguez, that one cleared. Then foul from behind as Chung went down. It is a miracle how this game is still level. This is Tim Howard 2014 Belgium levels of goalkeeping by Room right now. Could take us to the hydration break. Yeah, this game is nuts. And it will. We'll go to the hydration break. 3/4 of the way through. Curacao, thanks to a heroic effort by their goalie, could potentially get their first ever point in a World Cup match. Like I mentioned earlier, this stream brought to you by Prize Picks. Use my code HMA. Play 5, get 50 instantly. Most exciting no game I've ever seen? Yes, this is where nil-nil can be fun. Whose game has been better? Oh, Cabo Verde. Oh, man. Well, Volzinha made a lot of good saves, but what Room is doing is making ridiculous saves. They're both playing out of their minds right now. Both played out of their minds. Again, Prize Picks, use our code HMA, play 5, get 50 instantly. If Iraq beats France, that's the biggest World Cup upset ever. It's up there, yeah. I'm going to say fiction, Rob. Other teams score, I think Ecuador will. I think they're due for one. And go to Prize Picks. Again, the play that I'm tailing here, if you want to tail along with me. Mbappe and Haaland to score on Monday against Iraq and Senegal. I think it's the World Cup where the stars come out to play. Use our code HMA, 20 to win 52. And there you go. What Room is doing right now is nothing short of remarkable. This is a game where you can't believe it's 0-0. You just can't believe it's 0-0. Yeah, straightforward draft night. Fiction. I'm going to say fiction on that, only because no trades like technically go through beforehand. And also there's too many moving parts. Man. We could have it for a no draw. It's going to take someone crazy to get it past room. Ecuador, another sub here. Angolo to come on. Replacing a Stupian. Oops, not what I meant to do there. 3 subs remaining. Oh, they called the guy that jumped over the fence? Oh, man. You know, this race just seems like insane. I'm back on the way here for the hydration break. Here we go. Ecuador going left to right. Curacao, right to left. Yeah, Milwaukee, I think they're looking for too much. I'm not sure how many more years Giannis has because his scheme is built on physicality. I'm not sure he's in his prime anymore. Franco to throw it on the right side. No subs yet for Curacao. On the right side, midfield, Yeboah. Plays it back to midfield, Moses Caicedo. Switches to play left side. Down the left. Trying to get a good run in. Angolo dispossessed by Burnett. On his first touch of the match. Comanensia looks to clear and will. Then challenge from behind. Locadia gets taken down from behind cleanly. No call. Plata gets the top of the box. They'll look for a 1-2. Drag down from behind. No call. Clean defense there by Obispo. Now Chong will hold it on the right side midfield. Good cut inside. Chong with a great cut to get around his man, but then a poor touch. He'll have to slow it down a little bit. But Curacao is still in possession on the right side. Ball down the right side here. Chong. Challenge from behind. Clean challenge. Ecuador with Chong down. Cross the field. A 1-2 down the left side. Trying to get a run around Gary. They'll center it on this run now. Back to the left side. Kevin Rodriguez, left side. Angolo lets it fly. Another save on a knuckler. Not an easy shot. That ball had some pace on it. Room, it was a knuckler. Right, Mexico-South Korea was 0-0. That would have been believable. The fact that that had a goal in this one doesn't. It's nuts. Left side, back to the top of the box. Space for Pedro Vite. Pedro Vite switches to play. Yeboah cuts inside. Yeboah shot blocked. Corner kick. Blocked by Fonville. Yeah, I think Norway wins, and I do have France winning. From a setback, he might have to retire at this point. Yeah, I love this World Cup. It's still an entire match later. Yeah, this is nuts. What a day. The domination by Netherlands today. The Germany-Ivory Coast match, which I don't know how you don't take that shot in the 88th minute. I don't know what they were doing there. This match, I mean, and we still have so many more matches to go. Like a 32-team World Cup, we had, I believe, 67 matches total or something like that. We still have over 70 matches left in this World Cup. There's still so much more to be had. Yeah, Brown, I would take that deal in a heartbeat. Giannis or Brown, I'd take that in a heartbeat. Corner on the right side. Yeboah to take. Yeboah to take on the right side. Works one in. Header over the bar. Unmarked there was Nkapie, but he can't keep the header down inside the 6. And Curacao will survive that set piece. Goal kick. Run here off the goal kick. Bacunia cuts inside. Bacunia. The shot blocked. Chested down by Galindez. He didn't even use his hands on that one. Just chested it down. I'm not sure he expected that. Now a chance on the left side here. Counterattack. Hard foul. Kevin Rodriguez goes down. Easy yellow. That's 4 now. On Curacao. It's going to go in Scary. We did not play the last match. So, don't have to worry about a double yellow here. For the retards, I'm going to say fact. It's a good switch from Kevin Rodriguez with a lot of pace down the left side. Double sub here for Curacao, their first of the match. Von Amo will come on in place of Fonville. Some fresh legs in the back, especially down the flanks. And also Gore will come on. Triple sub, actually. But Cooney on a yellow comes off. Margarita comes on. Chong will come off. He's putting quite the shift. Some tired legs, some fresh legs down the midfield. Just give me a second. Let me get these subs in. Yeah, I think Mbappe's going to get the golden boot. I think it's going to be Mbappe. Down the left side, Ecuador. Cross blocked. They'll get it back to the left side. Switches to play back up top. Cleared away by Comenencia. Cross back in on the right post. Finds the foot of Yeboah. Yeboah shields it down. He goes down the box. Wants a penalty. Not going to get it. Went down too easily. Rev says play on. Now Curacao left side. Gore. Waiting for a run. Cutting inside on Franco. Edge of the box. 1-2. Back to Gore. A poor ball back to Gore. And Ecuador will play it out the back here. I'll get a Jakarta packing up for the RV trip. Hopefully it goes well. To Tennessee. Nice. On the left side here. Ecuador, edge of the box, left side. Back up top. We switch it down the right. Pedro Vite gives it off left side. Kevin Rodriguez. Excuse me. Angolo. Cross in. Finds a head. Another save by Room. Finds the head of Valencia. And Room with another save. It's going to take something special to get past Room today. Curacao was not expected to get out of the group, obviously, get to the knockout round. If they get a point, it will be... They will make their country proud. They've already made them proud by getting this far. Their resilience, again, they got a goal against Germany. Then you got a point. Jubilation. Ecuador on the left side across midfield. Valencia. Valencia the attacking third. I'll go midfield Plata. Another team really playing out the back this half. They're both going for it. 1, 2, 3. Back to Plata. Midfield. Moises Caicedo. Gets it back. Plata, they can switch play on the right side if they want. So they're going to try a 1-2 on the near side. Challenge from behind. Clean challenge. No call. Now Curacao looks to start a counterattack. Gore taken down. Poor touch. Back to Ecuador. Moises Caicedo. And midfield. Switches to play to the left. Valencia, or Pacho. Left side, Angolo. Angolo. Tries to cut inside. He does. Now he tries to make a cut to the inside of the box. And a clean challenge there. Cleared again by Curacao. By the time the World Cup's over, always see time for training camp to start. Yes, it will be. Yep. It's a fun year for sports. Every 4 years you get something like this where there's never a dull moment. Between Winter Olympics and the grudge between that and March Madness, and then World Cup here. Another save from the top of the box. Angolo tried off the 1-2. Back to Ecuador, though, left side. They'll work across it. It's blocked out behind for a corner. Kevin Rodriguez wins a corner on the cross. Yeah, Schwarber, I mean. That's got to be a record, right? 912 feet in one inning. That's got to be a record. Can Ecuador get it past the Room where it happens? Had some good chances off set pieces today. Can they get the goal they feel they deserve? From the left side here in the 80th minute. Corner here, they'll work it long. Header won by Ecuador, then cleared away by Curacao. Another corner here. Gary clears his lines. Back on the right side, Plata to take the corner. And Ecuador eliminated with a loss. Curacao cannot be eliminated, but 1 point would not really help Ecuador much. Corner in, near post, that one easily headed away. Not a lot of power or pace on that one. Still won, though, by Ecuador. It's a good flick to Plata. Plata, he'll try across, blocked by Vanema. Had someone try on Curacao with a draw. Wow. I mean, the way Room's playing, you could do it. He did the second chance. I think they changed the call. They're going to say Vanema won that one. It was last touched by Ecuador. Yeah, I never like betting on teams to score. I never like betting on, like, a team to find the back of the net. Just because there's so many factors in that. To not score, yeah, but to score, yeah. Off the goal kick, Ecuador wins it back. The play run to the left side here. Angolo. Back up top, Pedro Vite. Goes central, Moises Caicedo. He'll play it back, Pedro Vite. Flicks it over Plata. Plata back to Pedro Vite. On the right side, now they switch it. Yeboah, top of the box, works a cross in! Too much pace on that one, looking for the head of Valencia. Will go out for a goal kick. How shocking was it? Very shocking one. Very shocking. USA North and Sweden, so I hope they all make it. Yeah, that'd be fun. I think they all will. Would be surprising if they don't. Especially like start of the World Cup. Obviously, Sweden did not look good today, but 3 points might be enough. Bit of a cramp here for one of the Curacao players. Giannis to the West? Fact. I don't think they'll trade him within the conference. I think that might be the holdup. Short up again. Oh, can he do it again? Yeah, but the Bucks have so many unrealistic expectations, trade-wise. They want to move the moon for him. Sub here for Ecuador. Franco comes off. They'll bring on another defender. Preciado enters the match. 2 subs remaining for both sides. Some fresh legs in the back. I'm not sure Curacao, unless they get a counterattack, will try to go for it. Another sub here for Curacao. Flocadia cramping up. Castanier will enter the match. Comenencia comes off as well, so those are their final subs. Gottfried enters as well. So Gottfried and Castanier enter the match. Let me get these subs in. 3 home run. No way. Did he really do it again? 10 on that one. 10. Man. Schwarber really is just going to make the Hall of Fame. Should I cash my bet now? No, I would not. At this point, let it ride. Left side here. Angolo. Through ball on the left. Chance here. The chip wide. Valencia was in behind. It was a good ball by Angolo. Valencia missed the shot on the left side. Yeah, Schwarber really is just going to make the Hall of Fame, just hitting home runs. Was a great run. He got behind Burnett. The finish, quite poor. Well, actually, it might have been cleared away. Actually, I take that back. I think it was off the foot of Burnett. I think he came back. Got a foot on that one. The referee thought it was a poor finish. And Ecuador concede a goal kick. And midfield, Vonema tries to win the header. He cannot. Back to Ecuador. Ecuador tries to run down the right side. Pass takes a deflection. Saves Ecuador at midfield. On the right side. Trying to run down the right. Push from behind. Leandro Acuna with the contact there. We got to do the draw no bet. Yep. Or the 2 out of 3. You got to do second chance. Where it's either you get money if Ecuador wins or draws. Curacao wins or draw. Like, there's a second chance thing where it's not as high odds, but it's... There's 3 outcomes to every match. Win, draw, lose. You have to pick 2 of them. Doesn't pick the one it's not going to be. So you can pick Ecuador, win or draw, win/draw, Curacao, win/draw, or one of these teams to win. That's what you got to do. You never bet 3-way. It's the number 1 rule, unless it's like England against Vanuatu or something. You never bet 3-way. Pedro Vite. They're going left to right. Curacao right to left. Yeboah. Back to Pedro Vite at the midfield. They'll switch the play to the right. Wins the ball. Chance here. Yeboah. Back to Preciado. Preciado. Cross in. Cleared away. Stuck a leg out there. Vonema did. And Curacao at the back. Leandro Acuna. He'll clear. 86th minute. Well, Schwarber, if he gets to 500, that's always been the benchmark. Cujo, if he gets 500, that's always been the benchmark. That'll be the real test. Because 500, barring steroids, has always gotten you in. Switch to play left side. Heavy touch, though. Heavy touch by Nkapie. Won by Curacao. They'll try to play it down. Go back into the midfield. Margarita clears. OT, after the next game. Not for this game, but after the next game. How's it going, Durf? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you guys being here for this one. USA Noria, I don't think it's going to happen. I would love USA to play anyone in the final. 87th minute here. Curacao tries to clear their lines. We'll get it in midfield. One back by Ecuador. Valencia chases it down, goes back to Pacho. Back to the keeper, Galinas. Can Curacao hold on? We will have a sub for Ecuador. Caicedo will come on. The next stoppage. Not sure for who, but Caicedo will come on the next stoppage. As the 4th sub. Working on the left side here. Again, Ecuador going left to right. Curacao right to left. Moises Caicedo. It's a poor ball into midfield. But a good touch to play down the right side. Preciado. Now they'll advance their line. Pacho, the midfield circle. Left side, 88th minute. Pedro Vite. Down the left side. Angolo. Fakes the switch. It's a back heel flick to the left. Now they'll switch the play to the right. Not enough on that one. Looking down the right side there for Preciado. It goes out of play. Poor touch by Florenus. Throw in here. We will have a sub, and it will be Yeboah, who will come off. I'll have 1 sub remaining. Yeah, I'll get dinner in between the matches because we have a 2-hour break in between. So I'll do it in between. On the left side, Pedro Vite. Gets into the attacking third. It's a good first touch. Moises Caicedo. Vite, top of the box. Switching the play right side. Space here for Preciado. Preciado, cross in. We'll go behind. Too much on it. Goal kick. Can they see this one through? Can Curacao see this through? We'll go to stoppage time. I would assume 6 minutes. The cross was not a good one. Went off the crossbar. Nkapie will boot it deep. Header won by Curacao. Back to midfield circle. Won by Ecuador. The last 20 minutes have all been Ecuador. They have no goals to show for it, though. Chance here, though. Chance to cross one in. Plata cleared behind for a corner. Obispo. Yeah, this Nibble game has been exciting. This one's been exciting. Oops. 5 minutes of added time. Not much left in this one. Ball from the right side. They've gotten some good balls in off the set pieces. Plata to take. Both teams score for the end of the game. Ball string 10. 10 on that. No chance. No chance there. Curacao's not scoring unless they get one on the counterattack. Ball in. Top of the box. Cleared away for the moment by Gore. Back to Ecuador on the right side in the attacking third. Plata. Whips one in. Headed away by Curacao once again. Stays with Ecuador on the right side. Challenge from behind. Free kick won by Ecuador. They'll play the advantage. Now they'll pull the play back. Yellow here for Castamir. Yeah, Ecuador's come close. Yep. Can Curacao get their first ever point in a World Cup match? They are 4 minutes away from doing so. How is Ecuador not score once? Room is playing out of his mind. The keeper has been playing out of his mind. Ecuador's got some great chances. Room is just making some insane saves. Ecuador really should have 2 or 3 by now. The expected goals will favor Ecuador by a lot. Well, they move a ball into the box from here. You can. 35 yards out. Moises Caicedo to take. Caicedo to take. Nerves here at our head for Ecuador. The ball in. It's a poor ball. It will go behind easily for a goal kick. And Curacao can clear their lines off this goal kick. You figure Curacao is not scoring unless they get a very good bounce. They'll hold on for dear life. They've already got a goal this World Cup. 3 minutes away from getting a point. Right, both teams playing for the draw of the game would suck, but both teams are going for it. There's a tie for third in Group B. Yep. Well, they got a good ball off the goal kick. Chance for Curacao. Gore tries to play it right side. Try to play the run down the left to Castanir, but a poor ball. Goal kick for Ecuador. Yeah, Ecuador would have the advantage just on goal difference, but Ecuador goes quick on the goal kick down the left side. Trying to get it on Angonlo. To midfield it goes. Ecuador minus 1,400 favorites. 3-way entering this match. It'll be a stunning upset. Not done yet, though. Ball into the box. Headed away. Curacao clears it again. Again, Curacao, I don't think they're going to go for it unless they get a good bounce. And that could be the bounce. Pancho did not get a good header on it. He'll have to boot it out of play. Curacao just off Toy Story 5. Yeah, I got to see it soon. Hurts really good. Thrown on the right. And after this, I'll get some dinner in between the matches. We'll do Tunisia against Japan at midnight Eastern time. Appreciate all you guys being here. Throwing on the right side of the attacking there for Curacao. Curacao. The throw-in tries to flick it on down the right side. Go back for Preciado, and Preciado heads it back to his keeper Galindez. You can't believe this is happening? Me too. Room is playing out of his mind. Curacao's keeper's playing out of his mind. Ecuador's not playing poorly. Curacao keeper's playing out of his mind. I'm doing all right, Keller. Doing way better than I was this morning with the restless leg. Ball into the box. Not a great ball. Cleared by Curacao. Back to the top of the box. Challenge from behind. No call. Right side. Preciado. 1 minute left. Ball into the far post. Left side. Header. Can't get it. Back to Ecuador on the left side. Did it go to play? It did not. And Capia keeps it playing into the box. Left side. Rolls over. Gets around Gary. Take it down in the box. No call. But not a great clearance there. Angolo gets there. Angolo. Edge of the box. Left side. A heavy run. Cross in. Slice behind by Gottfried for a corner. If this ends in a draw, Ivory Coast advance, no. No, they do not. Not yet. I saw that, Joseph. Yes, I did see that. How's it going, Allie? Appreciate you being here. Corner from the left side. Could be the last kick of the game. But they will review that challenge, that push from behind. They might review for a penalty. That was a quick review, no penalty. Corner in, into the 6, headed away. Headed away by Curacao. Was that the moment? Is that, when will the whistle for full time blow? It will blow now. The whistle for full time blows. Curacao, their first ever point in a World Cup. A World Cup of dreams for Curacao. They get a goal against Germany, a draw against Ecuador, a stunner, and Eloy Room playing out of his mind. A stunning result that might do it for Ecuador at this World Cup. An island with the population of Green Bay, Wisconsin, has gotten a goal at this World Cup against Germany and has now drawn level. Room with 15 saves. Room with 15 saves today. River match, easily. Easily. Curacao expected goals, 3.06. I mean, Cujo, when this is your first ever World Cup, and you're an island the size of Green Bay, and you're expected to do nothing, you get a point out of this? And a goal against Germany? Yeah. The expected goals, 3.06. 15 shots on goal. A lot of them were very good. A lot of them were very good shots. What Room did, 37 years old. Between Vazina at 40 and Room at 37, I don't think they're making around to 32. I don't think they're winning a match. Yeah, he'll get free food on the island for the rest of his life. Yep. They beat Ivory Coast second in the group. Oh, yeah, because Ivory Coast would have 3 and they would have 4. Yep. But Curacao against Ivory Coast, they go into the final match day knowing if they win, they're in. Who wins tie between these two? Depends on goal difference. That's crazy, Colt. That is crazy. What a match. A second 0-0 draw of this World Cup, but a thrilling one. I have no idea how Room did it. 15 saves. Played out of his mind. 37 years old. Playing in the second tier of the U.S. Like the St. Lucian Sprinter. Yep. Never to pay for a drink again. What a match. About 5,000 Curacao fans. A disappointing result for Ecuador. They'll go into the Germany match with just 1 point in their first 2 matches. Although because of that result, Germany does clinch the group. So I should note, for Ecuador, Germany does clinch the group. So they might rotate some guys. They might rest some guys. Because Ivory Coast is on 3. Germany on 6. Germany beat Ivory Coast. Head-to-head tiebreaker there. Ecuador and Curacao each on 1. So Germany tops the group regardless. Yeah, I'm surprised Stupez. I'm surprised. They've both been very good. The Nillan match has been very good. Appreciate Jace on that one. So the one bright spot for Ecuador after this result is Germany has nothing to play for. They have nothing to play for. It will be tough nonetheless, but nothing to play for. Curacao with everything to play for. A goal against Germany. A draw against this Ecuador side. Shout out to Curacao. It's one of the greatest goalkeeping performances we've seen at a World Cup. Yeah, Green Bay drew versus LA. Yeah, pretty much. 7 down. Oh, geez, killer. 3.5 last. Yeah, she probably is. All right, on that note, I'm going to sign off here. Be live in 2 hours for Japan against Tunisia. Should be a thrilling match. Germany going to Foxborough on the 29th. Yep, they clinched their spot. I'll go out to Boston. So Germany, first time in the knockout round since 2014. They clinched the group. They'll be the 1,000th game in World Cup history. Down in Mexico today, yep. Tunisia, a team that fired their manager after the embarrassing loss against Sweden in match day 1. Yeah, I think they got to go back to goal difference being the tiebreak. I think they do. I mean, I'm fine experimenting with it, but I think there's too many matches with nothing to play for. And there's way too many where there's nothing to play for. Versus usually, there's only maybe one with nothing to play for. There's too many here. So on that note, I'll see you guys in 2 hours. Curacao wins 0-0 against Ecuador. See you guys in just a little bit. Yeah, Mexico, USA, Germany book their tickets to the knockout stage by winning the group. Take care.